Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr. says more options need to be considered before moving forward with final plans to mitigate the flooding situation in our island's tourist district.
Gita, the board chairman, has committed to take a brief pause in this first option that they are pursuing, to reanalyze some of the other options that may be available to us, and also look at alternatives, that would probably enhance those options.
Of the handful of options provided by Gita's consultants, doing a gravity bay outfall was considered the most cost-effective alternative.
As of this point, I know that the Gravity Bay outlet option is an option of big concern to a lot of individuals, because of the potential environmental impact. So that's something we really want to stay on top of.
This proposal would involve installing a culvert from the Fujita ponding basin underneath the Fujita Road out to the bay. Public hearings were held earlier this year and garnered over 200 comments. And last week, Rodriguez held a meeting with Gita, along with DPW, and brought in the Guam Waterworks Authority for the first time to discuss a new option that involved recycling the stormwater.
That's why we brought in GWA. We brought them in also because of their expertise in pumping water. We know they have a pump in Tumon, the Fujita, which is right next to the ponding basin there now. They also have another pump station up at Ipao Beach, which I understand hasn't been used since it was first installed there. And so we're asking them, take a look at all of these options.
Gita Board Chairman E.J. Calvo, meanwhile, says the time will be used to analyze all the options and will not move forward until all concerns are addressed in a responsible manner.
We want to make sure that we approach this carefully and that we circle back and look at any other options that we may have missed in the past.
Calvo says part of the analysis is to investigate options used in other jurisdictions on how to manage stormwater. He says there were concerns about the project, but some, he says, were based off misconceptions.
We're looking at expanding the current ponding basin and trying to maximize the capability of being able to permeate the water in that location. And there is a overflow estimated 2 to 3 times a year with that option. But it's a good first step, and of course you can enhance that option and look at other ways to manage the flooding down in Tumon. But the goal is to keep it off the street and utilize what area we have around the Fujita ponding basin.
In the meantime, he doesn't consider this pause a delay, but rather a part of the process.
We're going to try to move it along as quickly as possible, with at the same time addressing everyone's concerns. Because it is important to our tourism industry and to the community.
The Guam legislature allocated $11 million for the project. Rodriguez has asked Gita to reach out to the regulatory agencies on more feedback of the options. Calvo, in the meantime, says a roundtable to get more feedback from the public will be scheduled sometime before the end of the year. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.